Welcome to Friday. I'm sitting here with Dr. Murphy. We're doing Free Advice Friday. I'm going to go fast because we're both ready to do other things. So anyway, you'll notice there's a pine box. He's complained about it. If you think it looks trashy, well, so does he. So that's the setup we're working with. And you guys are getting this for free, so don't forget that. All right, so we have questions for you, Dr. Murphy, today to answer. Your first question is this: calcium and vitamin D. There was, I know, you're already ready for this. Research came out that proves that those are two of the most used and not necessary supplements and vitamins around. And I'm going to tell you what they said about them. They said that there's little value to taking vitamin D and calcium, that they have found no research that shows that there were less bone breaks from people who consumed calcium pills or supplements or whatever. They also said that calcium, sometimes taking too much calcium can cause bloating, constipation, kidney stones, and even lead to heart attack.
Oh, joy.
Yes, and then the vitamin D was kind of a similar thing. They just said that it's not really indicated and most people don't need it. So what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I've been saying it's been worthless for 10 years. I don't know why. This is all nothing new to me.
Yeah, I thought you'd like this. It's
Yeah,
kind of just a confirmation of your genius. Okay, so...
You know, a lot of the people that push these pills are not physicians. They're drug companies that make them. And they're like, oh, everybody needs to be on calcium.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm gonna hack on OBGYN docs because I swear to Christ, every time a woman goes to an OBGYN doc, they put them on Prozac or some antidepressant. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, every woman I know that goes to an OBGYN doc, they get put on antidepressants.
Yeah.
Why the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Is it a hormone thing, or is it that every man in the world is really that much of an asshole?
Well, also, though, I mean, it just depends.
I mean, I know your husband. You should be on antidepressants.
Well, here's the deal, though. It just depends on what's going on with the person. You know, women do have, I mean, we cycle monthly and have...
You know, I know some people need it. Some women probably need it. But Christ on Friday, every single one?
No.
Thank you.
But I do think that there's a lot of women who, I mean, I'm here to tell you, I'm not a mom, but everybody out there who's a mom, I can see why you are. Okay, I'm going to say something. I'm going on a little bit of a rant, and I'll make it real quick. So I was listening to this, she's a doctor of psychology. She was talking the other day about how women get really no benefit from getting married. That she said, that men have been trying to, even though they don't realize it, the whole institution of marriage really was made by men for women so that they could get in there. They could do all this extra stuff, raise these kids, stress out about the things you guys don't want to help with. But I guess my whole point is, I can see why there is depression. Women, they have a lot of stress on their shoulders. There's a lot that they're managing an entire household.
Okay, that previous comment about antidepressants, I'm going to walk that one back.
Yeah, I think you should.
I did.
Now, what I do think is, I do think that there's a lot of benefit to medical marijuana depending upon your situation, but it's been proven for a lot of people who have a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, it can be helpful. So that might be another option.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. I feel like I want to cut that whole part. I feel like we're going to get a lot of hell. One thing you should know, I think that men are great. I think there's issues no matter who you're with.
I think I'll leave it in. I think this is pretty cool.
We'll leave it, but I guess my thing is, don't come at me. I know that not all men are the same, and this is a huge generalization that we're making. Both of us. We both made generalizations about men and women.
No, I can say anything I want because I really don't care.
Well, I want you to know that I care.
I don't.
Okay. So do you want to be moving on with this? I feel like we just dug ourselves both into a big, deep hole.
No, you dug yourself in a hole.
There's too much. This is a big conversation. And just respect each other. Be partners. Love one another, whoever you're with. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like a He-Man man-hater over here.
Hey, I don't hate all men. I love a lot of you guys. I think a lot of you are great. But I did think it was really interesting, her talking about it. I was like, whoa, that does make sense, that a lot of women are starting to realize that they don't need to be married to have kids. and they don't need all that extra hassle.
Oh my
They
God.
can just have kids on their own and have
No,
their own
I really
lives.
want to move on here.
Okay, well, let's move on because we're running in.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, this one was submitted from somebody who is one of our patients. She's so awesome. You know who it is if you're watching. She wants to know, she said there's a lot of misinformation out there about organ donation when you're declared, hey, by the way, you tapping this table is getting on the mic. Oh my gosh. Organ donation, once you're declared brain dead, how do they process your organs? What does that look like? There's a lot of myths and misinformation out there about it, and a lot of people won't put that on their license that they want to be an organ donor because of a lot of fears that are not necessarily founded in truth.
I don't quite understand what the question is.
Well, I guess the question is, what exactly happens?
Well, they harvest your organs, and it really depends because certain organs can actually survive in the human body after you're, not just legally dead. Obviously, if your heart stops, it's going to be a tough one to harvest dead. But, your kidneys and your liver will stick around for a little bit. Interesting, your reproductive organs, they stay good for 48 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with no blood flow. So certain organs can last a while. Your corneas can last a long time. But typically when it comes to harvestation, there's a real symptomatic approach to what they take first. And a lot of times they take everything at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're declared brain dead, you're typically on a ventilator. They'll take you to the OR. It's a pretty respectful thing. I've never heard of anything bad happening.
Have you seen it happen?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I think a lot of people are afraid they're going to try to harvest your organs before you're actually brain dead.
no, that would never happen.
Yeah.
No.
Because, okay, and I think part of the other reason is there's a lot of shows like Grey's Anatomy, whatever, who are like, she needs to be declared brain dead so that we can go ahead and get in there and get these organs.
Yeah, that's more
I feel like that's
no,
dramatized.
It is. They
It
won't-
doesn't happen like
no,
that.
No, not at all. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of, they have to be real careful about which organs they harvest, the history of the person. Well, I'll give you an example because I'm a cancer survivor and I'm exposed to radiation. Because of it, they won't harvest any of my organs. I'm pretty much worthless.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
we knew that already. I'm just kidding.
No, everybody knows that. That knows me.
Oh,
I'm pretty much
dang.
worthless. Yeah. So there's nothing they can take from me.
So I
And
guess.
I've had eye surgeries and some of my corneas are no good. So
Wow.
I'm pretty much spent.
You're
Yeah.
a waste.
I'm 4 ounces of ashes. That's all I am.
Wow. Put you in the
That's
the
it.
compost pile.
That's it. Throw me in the dumpster.
Yeah. Look at what my hair's doing over here, by the way.
Oh, God.
Looks
We're talking
rough.
about-
Looks
we're
rough.
talking about death, and you're worried about your hair.
Of course I am. So basically, they're not taking your organs before it's time.
No.
Okay,
no.
you're good, and it is a really big help because there are a lot of people on those waiting lists
Yeah,
that wait
I
and
mean,
wait
they're-
and wait and wait, and then they die because they don't have access to these organs
Yeah,
that are going to save
I'm
their
an
life.
organ donor. They need something, fine. Take my bone marrow if you want it. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well,
but
those
no,
are-
they take the heart and the lungs, and usually the liver and the kidneys right about the same time. Anything left, the corneas, they can take a while to harvest them.
Yeah. Crazy.
Mhm.
Is that also why that some women, when they're pregnant, if they're in some type of situation where they pass away, they're actually able in some circumstances to save the baby because the reproductive organs are relative, as long as they stay intact, they're and not like if she's in an accident or something,
Mm-hmm.
they can still stay alive in their body for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
I think that's a creepy and awesome thing.
It's kind of creepy, but
It is creepy, but it's
does
awesome.
happen.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. Those are your
Okay.
questions.
Have a
Better
good
move
Friday.
on. You guys have a good Friday. We'll see you Monday for Mythbuster Monday.